everyone, my name is Ornella Hernandez and I'm your CryptoTV host. I'll be breaking down some of the latest news from the Web3 world. Today, I'll give you my thoughts on the current bear market by highlighting some positive stats and headlines. We also have a special guest that you don't want to miss today on the show. Let's get into it. Now, I know that we're in a bear market and that this past year and a half has been plagued by negative gains in the value of cryptocurrency, in addition to the failure of multiple stablecoins like Terra USD and Luna in May 2022, and then the collapse of the crypto exchange FTX. Now this year, a hostile regulatory landscape in the US and mounting security concerns. I know, but I'm about to show you some positive stats, so listen up. Let's look at this tweet posted earlier this week by Spencer Bogart, a general partner at Blockchain Capital, also known as Creme de la Crypto by his X handle. He said that in the depth of a crypto winter, there's been $6 trillion in stablecoin value, $700 million of DeFi protocol revenue, $700 billion in volume from decentralized exchanges, and $3 billion of lending and borrowing activity from Aave and Compound lending protocols. He goes on to say that this has led to a pump in applications thanks to an all-time high in developer activity and in the number of verified smart contracts deployed monthly, especially on Ethereum, which is important because we need the infrastructure and scaling to support and retain that next wave of apps and users, he concluded. Okay, this sounds amazing. From this, we can take away that DeFi and DEXs in particular are thriving, even in tough times. Because as the saying goes, builder's gonna build, no matter the market conditions. And as for investors, well, it depends if you're a short-term or a long-term investor. We tend to look at short-term prices, right? But it's always good to step back and look at the larger picture sometimes. Now, why do we think that there are still so many events and conferences and meetups daily all over the world? I mean, just this month, so far in September, we wrapped up Korea Blockchain Week in Seoul, the Permissionless Conference in Austin, Token 2049 in Singapore, and now Crypto Expo in Dubai, and countless other smaller gatherings. I actually just attended the Crypto Expo in Dubai, which was the second edition this year and the fourth overall in Dubai. Please go check out these recaps on the Web3 TV channel if you want to learn more about it. And now I can tell you that there were less exhibitors and less booths and attendees compared to past editions. This could be attributed to the bear market, or simply because one can only travel to so many places and attend so many things at once. I also noticed that there's less crypto influencers making noise, like Carl the Moon, for example, or even BitBoy, the controversial YouTuber whose real name is Ben Armstrong. He's now been claiming that all his money has been taken away from him, and he's asking for donations. Hey, it's the nature of crypto, right? One day you're up, and the next you're down. But let's look at the bigger picture here. The fact that there are still so many events, so many developers and builders means that there's new products and applications in the works. And people want to show them off. Of course, there's always people saying that they're the first and they're the best or the largest, when usually they're not. And scams and frauds and bad actors will always exist in any industry. But I mean, isn't that what the blockchain was literally created for, to increase transparency and improve the quality control of products? Yeah, well, problem was that the quantity of projects trumped quality for the longest time. So hopefully there's now a shift to quality. So my 2 cents here is that there needs to be more consumer-facing products that actually solve real-world problems. The underlying tech is sound, but the industry is still having issues retaining customers and consumers, especially because there are too many buzzwords still, from Web3 and Metaverse even, and not enough actual business models with real revenue and growth behind the products. And hey, media FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt definitely doesn't help. Here's another positive headline from earlier this week. Citigroup has a new blockchain. Citigroup is a financial giant. It has $750 billion in assets under management, and it's one of the top 4 banks in the US. Well, the bank just made a big crypto move. It's launching a digital token service for institutions. And here's what you need to know about it. It's called Citi Token Services. Institutional clients will be able to tokenize their deposits to send money across borders. It will use a private blockchain and smart contracts to execute transfers. And the new service claims to cut down transaction processing times from days to minutes. Citigroup is also using it to pilot a global cash management system where institutional clients can transfer funds between Citi branches 24/7. While Citigroup is using a private blockchain, this is the first step in getting institutions familiarized with the benefits of blockchain transactions. Hey, it's baby steps, right? And this means that big banks are building in the bear market and exploring uses of blockchain to better their businesses. It's progress, if you ask me. Now, a lot of these financial institutions like BlackRock, Fidelity, Invesco once said that they would not touch crypto years ago. And now they're lining up to file Bitcoin ETFs. It's becoming a matter of when one gets approved to launch, not if. The best bet is BlackRock. This firm has a record of 575-1 when it comes to getting its ETFs approved by the SEC. So it's likely only a matter of time. And once the BTF ETC is approved, it will likely lead to a price rally. And once Bitcoin goes up, so does everything else, historically speaking here. Now, before we welcome a special guest, I wanted to highlight a tweet that showcased a crypto-related use case for ChatGPT, and a use case besides helping us craft emails and blog posts. Apparently, one user succeeded in making ChatGPT launch its own token on Ethereum. This is actually pretty cool. Ex-user @CroissantETH was determined to get ChatGPT to directly deploy its own token on the Ethereum blockchain, and the mission was successful. ChatGPT did all of the following. It wrote the ERC20 smart contract to create the token. It used OpenAI's API to interact directly with the Ethereum blockchain. OpenAI is the company that developed ChatGPT. It then chose the total supply of the token, 65 billion tokens, and then generated the name of the token, AstroPepeX, and created the ticker for the token, APX. It looks like an astronaut Pepe the Frog, and it utilized DALL-E to create the image for the token. DALL-E is a text-to-image application also developed by OpenAI. The user also revoked any ownership of the token from its private keys and the smart contracts in order to eliminate any remaining ties to a human. That way, it can be considered a token made completely by artificial intelligence, specifically an AI-powered language model. Again, this is just a cool project that I wanted to highlight and not at all financial advice to go invest in this token. But anyways, now it's time for a special interview. Hey guys, so we're here with my dear friend, Chris Nickel. How are you today?
Very, very good. And you?
I'm great. Happy that you're joining us. I wanted to learn a little bit more about you and about what you do. I know that you're the CEO at Infinity. So if you don't mind just giving us a brief overview about what Infinity is and what your role is.
So I founded this company end of 2020, so we are 4 years roundabout now, 3 years, running around. And what we did in the past, we helped people to learn Forex trading. And we saw that the most people have big problems to have the right mindset, the right emotions. So we said, okay, it's easier for them to step into the business and investor space from the crypto space. And we waited a little bit because we want to see that the big guys coming into the market to really be sure it will stay long term. So we started at this time and it works very well. So our main core is to help people to go out of the 9-to-5 job to have a free life online, travel the world, work whenever they want. And the first step for the most people is crypto.
Okay, so what does financial freedom mean to you?
Oh, for me, it's hard. Normally, financial freedom is if you have enough money to live for the rest of your life without a new income source, but I think it starts earlier. So if you have passive income streams from different sources and 3 or 4 can pay for your life, then I think you're free.
Okay, so it's important to have passive income streams.
Yes, that's the most important thing.
And you think that crypto can be one of them?
Yes.
How so?
So first, I think tokenization will beat the stock market. And I know that's a big thing, but if you see it from a company perspective, and that stuff we teach how to get passive income streams. That's the main thing in our company. So I have streams of 19, 20 different income sources now, and I started 6 years before.
You personally?
Me personally. Okay. And Infinity is the biggest one, of course. I don't have to work in Infinity anymore, but I love it. Yeah, I do it every day. And that's what we teach people, how to come from a normal life to a passive income stream. And crypto, for example, the tokenization, will beat for me the stock market. Why? If Coca-Cola has a stock and I sell it to you, how much do they earn? If they would have their own token or own crypto on their own blockchain, they get the fee.
Right.
So think about how much money Coca-Cola would make per day only if they change to tokenization.
Okay. So, but we're talking about tokenization like of assets, of anything?
Of everything.
Okay.
But it's not in 1 year done. So think about that old companies do it. It takes 15, 20 years, I think.
Right.
But you have to understand what's going on now. It's like the internet. If you start an Instagram account now, it's 10 times harder than 15 years before.
Well, yeah.
And we are exactly in the space, if you see how the internet was growing and the crypto space, it's the same. It's only 24 years gap between. But the same amount of people coming into it like the internet 24 years before. So think about you would be the first YouTuber in your country making nice stuff. You're done. And that's exactly the time we are in now in crypto. The big guys are already doing it. You can Google it. Over 80% of the top 100 companies have a relationship with blockchain. Over 80%, but only 4% of the population. Now you can ask yourselves a question. Who is smarter to make money? The biggest 100 companies in the world or your neighbors?
Right. Okay, so then what's it going to take to maybe bridge that gap?
Knowledge. So Education. That's exactly what my company is doing. When I look back, and we have over 10,000 customers alone in Germany, and we are in over 40 countries now, so we are huge. And if we talk to the people, the main reason why they don't click, so they download Binance, they download KuCoin, whatever, and then it looks so complicated, they are so afraid to send their money without a bank guy they can call, I did a mistake. So the main reason why they don't click is they are not feeling safe enough to do it. So the first thing, the first layer my company is giving to people is the safetyness. We help you, we teach you. We have over 2,500 videos to teach everything. So social media, making money online stuff. And in crypto, every single click. So you want to buy a cryptocurrency, click here. And so we have 80-year-old people, they don't have WhatsApp, they buy crypto by themselves.
So you think that people might assume that they're not safe because of all the scams and frauds that they see in the headlines in the media?
Yeah, and your whole life. Your whole life, you have somebody who looks on you. First your parents, then your teachers, then your boss. Yeah. So every single step you do in your life, there is somebody say, yo, you can do it. You do it right. Okay, yeah, now try it, try. And in crypto, the first time in your life, you go into MetaMask, there's nobody. If you click a wrong button, your money is away. Nobody brings it back. So people are afraid to do it. And then they got into the market overhyped. So they are afraid. Then they are more afraid to miss it than to try it, and then they got scammed. Or they buy it at 65,000 or whatever.
Okay, so then how is your platform different from others out there in terms of the content and education that it provides?
The first thing is we don't have our own currency. We don't sell financial advices or stuff like that. We don't sell our own financial products. So the most crypto projects out there, they say, give me your money, I make more out of it. And then, boop, they are away.
We are in Dubai. Put a down payment.
Yeah, we are in Dubai, so you give them your money. Never ever I would give somebody my cryptos. Never ever in my life. So I was one of the FTX victims. So I put in 20,000, made a trade. I had 96,000. Boom.
Damn.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
So, but that's the thing I knew before it can happen. That's the reason why the most money is decentralized and stuff like that. And we don't have our own cryptocurrency, we don't sell own assets, we only sell education. So it's like you go to Spotify to listen music, you want to see a movie, you go to Netflix, you want to learn how to get passive incomes, you go to Infinity. That's our business model. Okay. So we can't scam our people, that's the first important thing. Because the money you lose is the worst thing can happen. If you lose money, you can't get it back. That's the worst thing. Let's say you have $100,000, you lose 50,000. You have to make 100% to get your invest back. So if somebody scam your half or whatever, it's so hard to get it back to go where you were 3 years before.
Right.
So, so we teach layers. So you learn the basics, then you learn advanced, and then you can learn how to trade by yourself. So you don't need us at all.
Okay.
And we have experts. We have our own app where our experts, then they buy and sell cryptos. They tell you, I buy this, why? Okay. And then we have a video course, why we buy this crypto, what is the use case, what is the USP, we don't buy meme coins and stuff like that. So for me, it's very important. People ask me, why do you don't buy this startup, whatever, multi-level, we have multi-level marketing too, but we work with lawyers, we are legal, but if you see a network marketing company, you have to give your cryptos, don't do it. And I'm in the industry, don't do it. So what we try to teach the people, have your money in your own hands, learn what is going on. If you don't have the time to learn because you're a business owner, we have experts, they're telling you what they do. And these people they don't live from your investment. We earn 0 cents on the investment, 0. If you lose money, make money, we have the same problem. If you make money, I make money. Because I invest, not because you invested. So we live only like Spotify from the subscription, so we don't earn on the investment of the people. So our traders don't earn on the investment, they earn on their knowledge.
Okay.
And that's a big difference.
How are your advisors and your traders dealing with the current bear market conditions? Have they seen any changes maybe in number of users or in the type of advice they give?
Of course, it's very easy. If the market is a bull market, you will see when the bull market, if you ask me, we are in the bull market because it's
already in the bull market?
I said one year before it happened, I say worst case is that we turn around about 16,000. So all our clients knew we will drop. So we make market updates, and from 27 videos I did, 26 were the right point where we turn around and 27 were the right direction. So we don't, until now, it will not be like this for all time. You will fail. There's nobody who is right always. Nobody.
Right, no,
never ever. But we, not only that we dropped, we told them how we drop 30,000, 42, and down. And our people could trade it if they want, but they knew it. So we work with dollar cost average. Every time we have a good zone to buy, we buy. Then we wait, we buy next. We wait, we buy next. So when we turn around, we are in good spots where we bought and we have a good average price.
That means that you buy it at a regular schedule, right? Okay.
So for me, every month when money comes in, I invest in crypto. Yeah?
Okay.
And I don't look so crazy in the prices. If I know, nobody knows, you know, if you are in trading and you see, okay, I think it will drop. Now I think, for example, it will drop again, but it could turn around. So I started investing, but if we drop to under 24,750, I buy the rest.
Okay, so you're talking about Bitcoin here.
Yeah, for example.
Are there other projects or investments that you are looking at?
I'm in 100, I think.
You're in everything. Okay.
So if somebody, no. If somebody tell me have all, in Germany we say all eggs in one basket, you will, it's the chance to fail is so high, it makes no sense.
Right. Well, they advise you not to put all your eggs in one basket.
Yeah. And in Bitcoin, I don't have money in Bitcoin. It's too slow.
Okay.
So I see the Bitcoin movements, and then I go, most money I have in Ethereum, then, and my network is very big. So I have over 100,000 customers I had in the last years in this space. So every time there's a new upcoming project, I know it. Then we look into it, and I don't support scam projects. So people ask me, why you're not in this project? You know it will pump at the beginning. Yeah, I know. I could triple my money. But if you always invest in this, they get the money instead of the good projects getting the money. And for me, it's not about a Bitcoin or Ethereum. For me, it's about the blockchain technology. It will change the world.
Okay.
And tokenization, it will bring so much more power to the average person. It makes so much sense for the people. That's the reason why I love this space so much.
And how did you get into the space in the first place? What made you want to work in blockchain?
Yeah, it's funny. I was sponsored in bodybuilding. I was on stage. This suit wouldn't fit.
That's totally different.
It would not fit at all. Maybe as bodybuilders who look this, you know Joe Aesthetics, he died, very good friend of mine. And he said, bro, you're so crazy, go into Instagram. And I didn't have Instagram, didn't have Facebook, I didn't like it.
What year was this?
10, 12 years before, I think 2011, 12.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so just when Bitcoin was like early.
I didn't heard about Bitcoin at all. So I said, okay, I want to make money online with bodybuilding Instagram. So I grew followers and stuff like that. Then I got sponsorships. But there was a point in bodybuilding, I would have to not go in details, but you have to put so much in your body, what I don't want to do. So I said, okay, it's not worth because I want to have a family and stuff, so I have to find something different. And a guy contacted me about online trading. So I looked at it, I said, okay, it makes sense to help people learn something, a new skill where they are free. So if you open your Mac or your Windows and you trade and you close it and you make money and you have this skill, you're free. You can live wherever you want. That was the skill I said, okay, I want to learn. So I started.
Right.
And then crypto came, of course, and at the beginning I said, I'm not sure, the banks are against it, so the banks are rule the world, I don't know. And then I looked into it more and more and more, and now I have zero money in Forex and all my money in crypto.
Really?
So,
all your money's in crypto,
wow. And not all my money, but from Forex.
Most of it, yeah.
Yeah, it was Forex and not much crypto, and now, because Forex it's working, we have still people that live from it, and the cool thing in Forex, like, you can get funded accounts. Okay. So if you're good in trading, there are other people's money, they give it to you, and you have leverage from other people's money. That's crazy. So you learn trading, for example, in Infinity. You prove that you are able to trade. Somebody else gives you 100,000, 500,000, a million, and you can get 80% of the money you make is for you.
Yeah.
So you don't risk your own money. So that was one of the reasons why I said, okay, I'm broke. I can leverage money to other people if I learn it. And then crypto came. Yeah.
So how would you assess this past decade of crypto, and maybe you can share what you hope to see in the future of how the industry progresses?
Yeah, so I hope that we don't see so much paper coins. Because
Pepe the Frog, like meme tokens.
and
okay.
I don't think it's.
But it's a way also, I feel like, to get people
in crypto.
Just because they see the memes, they see the gifs, and they're like, oh, that's fun. It's part of the internet culture in a way. But you're right, it's not the tech.
I hope that the people really look deeper into it, but the normal society don't do it. So I think it will take more time. But to come back to the next decade, so for me, now it's more institutionally and stuff like that. Now it's more serious. So I think the rules will change a little bit, not completely, but for example, the halving will not have the same crazy impact that's in the first halving, for example.
Some people are saying though that they're really looking forward to it because maybe that will trigger the bull run. Yeah,
it will, but it will not have the same impact than 10 years before because now the big money is in BlackRock. They're only waiting to put it in.
Right.
If you see who is in now, over 80% of the biggest 100 companies have something to do with blockchain. It's crazy. So for me, if people ask me, I'm not allowed to promise it will go up. But if you are not completely blind, do you really think Facebook, Google, the 80 companies, BlackRock, they all are idiots and lose money together combined? Really?
No.
Okay. So
probably not.
There are people that say it will drop to 3,000 and then die. Okay, so all smart people with the biggest business on earth lose together at the same time billions of dollars. Okay, if you think it. So for me, it's not so hard to see. The only question is, the big problem will be that people get hyped at the peak. So what I would wish from crypto is that the normal average people like I was gets the power. The problem is because they don't want to get educated or they're not educated, they get hyped and they bring the money from their pocket in the big guys' pockets because the big guys are buying now and they're selling it at last time 65,000, 67,000 to the people that have no knowledge. So the big problem is that again, it's always the same. It was with stocks, it was with telecommunication, it was with the internet, always the same. Bubble, the big guys making more money, the small people say, it didn't work for me, I lost money. And if you do the same as last time, you will lose again. Don't buy at 65,000 and sell as 20. Buy when it's low, sell when it's high. And I think that's the first time in the history of people is we have the chance to educate people around the world because we have the internet. Before there was TV, radio and newspapers. So they can play with you however they want. They buy low, they sell you high. And now this time the people have really the chance to understand. Now is the time to do it, accumulate money, and if it's high, and the media says, you have to buy Bitcoin now, sell it. So I love crypto, but there will be a time I call my community and tell them I will sell the biggest part of my portfolio. Then it will drop, I buy again. And after this, I think we have a big cycle now, and then this goes back, a next cycle again. And after this, we have to really bring money in spaces where you can't lose it.
Okay.
Can't is impossible, and you have to save your money. There will be the biggest crash in history, I think, or one of the biggest crashes.
Okay, I think we definitely need to learn from history more because markets especially are very cyclical.
They do the same.
Go up and go down all the time.
Yeah.
So you mentioned certain sectors that we should look at, like which ones?
Only because you said the cycle. Go to the Amazon stock 2001 and look at the pattern. It looks exactly like the last Bitcoin run.
Really?
Same movement. Look at it. It's so funny. If you look at it, you say, okay. And now we did the same drop as Amazon did. And then look what Amazon did the next 20 years. Yeah. It's a money printing machine if you understand the market. It's crazy. Really crazy.
Pay attention to history more, I swear.
It looks almost the same. Go to Amazon 2000, 2001, these years, and look Bitcoin and Amazon. And look how it moved.
I'll do that right after
this.
It's
crazy. It's really crazy.
Okay, and so which sectors are you looking at then, besides maybe the crypto market itself, but other parts of the industry, right? So we have NFTs, we have gaming. So is there anything else that interests you there?
Yeah, for me, gaming is a problem because it's the most... So I'm in network marketing and I know how snowball system works because every time people tell me I am one of it and I have to explain why I'm not. So Axie Infinity, for example, I told them in 9 months it will crash, it take 8 months and 1 week.
Axie Infinity, okay.
So it's logic. If you need more new people to come in to run your system, it will crash. It's not working long term. So that's a big problem in gaming. Because the most gaming platforms are working like this. You have 3 little eggs, and if you bring, and the other people have to buy it from you. But there will be a time there are more eggs than new people.
Yeah, otherwise the system will crash. Yeah.
And then it will crash. So that's the problem. So gaming is for me, there are projects that are nice, so metaverse stuff is, I think if people in, for example, countries with not a high income, they can earn through games. It will always work out time if you have good marketing. But long term, it's hard.
Okay, so the play to earn movement only works if there's like a a long-term
So
plan
if you
there.
see, for example, I'm not a gamer, what is the World of Warcraft?
Yep.
It's crazy. Since 25 years, they're making millions and billions of dollars. So there is a way that it can work.
Yes. I mean,
so
gamers are always going to
yeah,
game, no matter
game-
what's going on in the world.
It's one of the crazy industries. There is no marketing and everybody knows this game. It's crazy. So gaming is a very nice industry if you do it right. And if there is somebody who has really the right intention, so don't make money in 2 years, I want to build a game people play in 20 years, and he combines it with crypto, it will be one of the biggest things in the world, I think. I'm sure.
Okay.
So,
are you a gamer yourself at all?
No.
Or no? Okay.
They gifted me a PlayStation 5 to say, hey, you work all day long, have more fun. And sometimes I play a little bit FIFA, but it's not a real gamer. I play real life Monopoly. That's my game.
Okay, Monopoly is fun.
But real life.
Yeah.
No, I mean buying businesses in real life and stuff. That's what I like, And that's my business.
Gotcha.
And then I think AI, for example, it will be crazy. Yeah, if you see what they give us 3% of what they have, and the whole world freaks out. So if you see ChatGPT, and you think that's the edge and the craziest in AI, come on. Look what Google did 4 years before, and since then they don't publish at all. So if AI we really use it in a daily form and really not like in Instagram or TikTok, use this AI to make a picture, but really use it. So if you see the robot from Elon Musk, who helps old people to make the household and stuff, it will be crazy. Really, I really believe that people will live in the metaverse because they are not used in real life anymore. So what do people do in the future? They will live a lot of time in the metaverse, I think. Because the normal world is bad, but to travel and stuff, it costs money.
Right.
To travel in the metaverse, boom.
Yeah, but it doesn't
example.
replace real world and real life experiences.
No.
Going to Paris versus,
it will not replace it,
looking at
but
pictures of it.
how many people now in planet Earth have enough money to travel to Paris now? Percentage?
Probably less than I would assume.
I don't know, but think about it. We have somebody who knows it, but it's a little part of the world can go to Paris, but everybody can go into the metaverse.
Yes, yeah.
So
with
the travel
internet
industry, if you have a travel company in metaverse and show people nice places,
Yes.
money printing machine, if you can do it, for example. So I think the metaverse will be a big space, and from a corporate perspective, let's say we both go to a football game. Okay, so for American soccer, we go to a football game, and I love Mercedes and you love BMW.
Okay.
If we go to the stadium and they show us both Audi advertising, we don't buy. But if we are in the metaverse and looking at games, they show you BMW and me Mercedes. So what Facebook do is personality advertising.
Yeah.
And they can do in the metaverse while you look at UFC fight, whatever. Everybody has his own advertising.
Personalized, tailored marketing.
Crazy big market in the future. And then
So
tokenization.
AI is part of that.
Yeah, I think so. So AI, they will use it for everything because AI is so smart. I built my own AI in my company too. So because if I need 50,000 employees to do the same job AI can do, it's not possible for a normal person. And there are so many good AI tools out there. You can get APIs and stuff and use it. APIs, it's very, very smart.
Okay.
So AI, of course, metaverse, of course, gaming, of course. Is there people that do it smart? Think about you can make money with Call of Duty. People, you don't see anybody on the street who is under 18 anymore. It's crazy.
Oh, because they're all on their phones or playing games. Yeah.
So it will come. What I don't like is CBTCs, where I go to toilet somewhere and they know when I did what I did. So people will be against it. There will be a part, not everybody, but there will be 20-30% of the people will go against the. In Germany, we say you're like a glass, that people see whatever you do. So there will be no cash anymore. So they know exactly where you are, when you are, what you do. So there will be people that put out their money out of the system and put it in cryptos where nobody.
Right. It's a CBDC is another national backed currency, but it's just digital.
Yeah. We have already digital currencies. People say, why you go on Bitcoin? It's digital, euro not. 17% of all euros are there. The rest is only in your bank account online. If the server of your bank is crashing, your money is away. So it's not even a new thing, a digital currency. We don't have all the money we have printed out. It's bullshit. We saw it with the Silicon Valley Bank. People want to get their money, they don't have it, they crash.
I know.
And in crypto they say, there's no printed money. Come on. So that's over since decades that we have all the money printed.
All right. So any last thoughts out there for investors and people who want to learn more about Infinity? Where should they go?
You can find me on Instagram, Chris Nickel, write me a message, or you go to b-infinity.com. You can send a message to our support. For you out there, go into education. I know we are not used to it and we always think there is another party who is handling it for us. That's the reason why we have the problems we have. We have to change this. Go educate, understand what's going on. It's not complicated. It's not like everybody thinks, you have to study rocket science to understand crypto. Not at all. We have 80-year-old clients, we have 18-year-old clients, we have mothers, they are alone, we have everything. It's very, very, very easy to understand if you have the right source of information. And I think that's the biggest change in humanity, that people learn to control their life by themselves. And that crypto and blockchain will bring them. That's the reason why I'm a big fan of it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Chris.
Thank you.
And everyone, please go follow Chris and Infinity, and please stay tuned for the market update coming up next.
The most popular AI cryptos right now are the Graph, GRT, which is up nearly 5% this week, rose from Oasis Network, which is up 7.82% this week, Fetch.ai, FET, which is up around 13% this past month, and AGIX from Singularity Net, which is up 2.68% this past month.
That's all for today. I hope you liked the show, and if you did, please remember to go like and leave a comment. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.